Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Tornado survivor Mark Lindquist and his wife Carolyn met with Staff Sergeant Michael Byers near the place they had met 3 years ago.
Where it was and stuff, it's all changed so much.
This is not their first reunion since the tornado. In fact, since then, they have developed a pretty close friendship.
You know, Mark thinks of him as a brother.
Byers and Mark remembered a day that started out much like any other.
Yeah, it was a good day. There had been a few weather warnings on TV, but it was a pretty day.
Mark's job was to assist 3 adults with special needs. He was not scheduled to work that day, but he was there spending time with his buddies.
And I was just going about supper, and I noticed the sky was dark. I heard it flash across the TV that there was a tornado on the ground in Joplin. So about that time, I went and looked outside, and it was starting to hail.
Mark took the 3 developmentally disabled adults to cover, where they waited out the storm.
You could hear it tearing trees out of the ground and things like that, and I remember the air pressure switching, and my ears were hurting so bad, and I remember covering my ears, and we started praying.
Missouri National Guard Staff Sergeant Michael Byers headed to work after the tornado swept through the area.
I was trying to get to the armory because we know that there was heavy damage at the armory. When we couldn't go any further, we stopped to help.
Byers assessed the situation as he stepped over debris and helped wherever he could.
We heard the moaning, started digging the rubble, and found him.
Byers slowly lifted the rubble off of Mark and noticed
he was in bad shape. He had, he had suffered a head injury and lost a lot of blood. So we pulled him out of the rubble and rendered first aid and used our shirts for bandages.
With the number of casualties climbing, Byers had to act fast. He left Mark with his cousin who had come with him before running to the nearest highway for help.
I had run up the road and asked some civilians to get their trucks down there to help haul people out and get them to the hospital quickly. They responded well to the asking of their help, and they damaged their vehicles trying to get to the casualties.
At the time, Mark's friend Carolyn was living in Montana. She heard of the devastation through national headlines.
I was watching the news, and it was big news. It was because it was such a big tornado and so devastating. And I was just shocked because that's where, Mark was.
Carolyn would not learn of Mark's injuries until 3 days after the tornado. She turned to multimedia for answers.
I finally contacted his sister, Janie, on Facebook, whom I did not know his family at all. And she got back to me right away.
Facebook was also used to start a prayer chain. Word spread that Mark had only a 2% chance of survival. This chain of information brought hope to many family and friends.
I spent more time on my knees in prayer than I have my whole life in a matter of weeks.
If Mike hadn't found me, there's no way I'd be here. I mean, I barely made it with Mike's quick thinking and actions.
Byers' selfless service and loyalty to his community deemed him a hero. His actions were recognized, and he was honored with the Soldier's Medal.
The Soldier's Medal for heroism is for risking one's life in non-combat environment. It's the highest award you can get.
He saved Mark's life, and we're both forever grateful to him.
I'm darn lucky to be here, and thanks to Mikey Byers. I don't know if God sent him or what the deal was. I'm blessed. I know I am.
Reporting for the Missouri National Guard, I'm Mark Owen.